This computer. Good morning, Boaz.
Hey, Gordon.
So, I just want to set this up for everybody. This is probably one of the most important days in both Boaz and my lives, being as we've worked on this forever and we've staked everything on this. And we couldn't do it on the end of last week because it was Friday and it's Israel, and nobody does anything on Fridays and Saturdays on Israel. So we decided Sunday morning would be the time we open up. And so I'm very excited, and I go to bed, and when I get up in the morning, I discover it's 10:30, and I've completely missed the appointment that I had with Boaz early in the morning. And I forgot that COVID's it's a crazy time. Um, my alarms aren't set for Sunday because Sunday isn't a day off here, obviously. So my alarm didn't go off, and I slept in. I was lying there thinking, it feels so great to be in bed this late. I never sleep in like this. Oh, it's wonderful. And I went, oh my God, oh my God, what have I done? So anyway, so Boaz, I do not, I honestly, I will not be upset if you've gone ahead and opened the boxes. Did you do it?
I did.
I figured you would.
Yeah. Imagine Christmas for a child, but about 50 times bigger.
I know.
So,
I know.
we made an appointment. I couldn't wait anymore, and I opened two boxes. And
well, I totally understand if you want to fire me, you can do it publicly right now. And except I'm a partner, you can't fire me, but you can. I don't know. You can be the boss and yell at me.
Yeah, let me maybe switch the camera so I can.
Ooh.
How can I do that?
Point.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great.
Oh.
Wait. So I'll start from far and then I get close. It's arrived like you see the pieces.
Yeah.
You see all in a bags. Those are about quantity for 11 guitars. You can see.
I see. Look at that.
Yeah, all the parts. I checked the list. I checked if they are anything missing. And then I kind of play around with those three. As you can see.
Oh my gosh.
Of course, it's all twisted. Yeah. You can see that. I play around, I check things. This is the ivory one.
Oh.
Yeah, say hello to your guitar, Gordon.
Oh, baby, come to daddy.
Unfortunately, this part it's a mix of white and black. It's not just white because some parts are black, some white.
Yeah.
Okay. But the core is white. You can see.
Yeah.
The core is white. This part is black, so it's kind of a zebra.
Yeah. So what was it? Yes, a zebra. There you go, zebra. The Boaz zebra.
Yeah, it's kind of a zebra, but those are just fine. I find some rejection, and I'm sure on Tuesday Gilad will find more, because all we need to do now is find problems.
Yeah.
Luckily, and my feeling is so far, so far the problems are not big, they're very small. For example, on the model, if we look on the model, on the back side of the model, it's supposed to be 6 lines that shows six lines.
Right. Yeah.
That shows where the going, because they probably nobody going to see it. Yeah.
Okay, hang on. You broke up there for a second. Say that again. It's the 6 lines on the inside where you can see. Yeah.
The model. When you position the pickups, you positions them right under the strings.
Yeah.
But when you work on it, you don't know where the strings are. So you have on here, you're going to have a mark of 6 strings exactly under the real 6 strings. So there, when you positions the pickups, if somebody will positions the pickups customly at home, it doesn't need to guess where the strings are because you're going to have a mark that shows the positions of the strings. You got it?
I got
and that's make life very easy for people who want at home to put their own pickups on the guitar. Mm-hmm. So, however, they did not did that, and they need to do it. The mold master.
That's an easy fix.
Other problem. Yeah, that's an easy fix. Also, the knobs. Look how beautiful those knobs.
Oh yeah.
They're very long. Mm-hmm. And I show you the difference between these knobs and standard knobs. Let me just don't have I take a knob from this guitar here. Mm-hmm. Okay, look, I need to hold the phone in one hand and show you. When mm-hmm. I try to create a violin effect on a guitar, mm-hmm. you play and you know how you do it. Yeah. You bring the volume up, but when on a standard knob, it's not so easy to grab. When you have a knob that is very skinny and high, your little finger come around it very, very easily, as you can see. And then you can do this holding the fret and play with the volume, and you don't need to there's no guess here. You just reach your hand and somehow it will go around the volume knob or the tone knobs, and very easy. But they make the hole a little bit bigger, so that's something they need to change. So there's small things, but basically I'm very pleased so far. The model reach in and out, snagged, which it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. The fret height that I wanted, and this part, for example, is a little bit loose, and I don't like it, but it's a small change. Yeah. So bottom line, I'm very happy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm just
yeah, it's unbelievable. Look, we have first generation, second generation, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, and then here the first T1, and this is T-Zero. Right. This is T-Zero. So the ivory one, I think I'm not gonna take first. I'm gonna make first those. Mm-hmm. Because there is some problems on the T1. Mm-hmm. This is, you know what, I want to talk about it because people, we promised them a month ago almost to get to the T1. Yeah. But the mold master, when he first finished the molds, what he does, he make injection, what we call T-Zero. So if there is a problem that he can see, logic problems. So if you make a pot and you make a cover to the pot and the cover doesn't fit, logically, you know it doesn't fit and you need to fix the mold. Mm-hmm. But so when they inject the T-Zero, which is this one, the white one, and they found out it doesn't come together perfectly. It doesn't need to send the guitar to me, so I tell him that. Mm-hmm. So it took him 2 weeks to fix it because you need to go back to the mold and change things. And then you need to ship it to us, and all the process, take it out of custom. So 1 month, bing, 1 month. We promised them 1 month ago, and now it's arrived 1 month after. And the Corona, people can say it's an excuse, but it's a truly, if in a normal situation, I could go to China, take a small motel there, and visit the factory every day and do the changes on the spot. But now each time it's sending it to Israel, taking it out of custom, and then all the it just take weeks.
Yeah.
So it's we could not guarantee a day, but we full volume on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and again,
yes.
you know, I just want to say to the backers out there, we totally appreciate how incredibly patient you're being, and you know, there was a period there where we were getting a lot of negative opinion, and you know, I totally understand it. I totally get it. I would be a little upset myself. But as you can see, we are working on it. We are getting there slowly but surely. And I think, you know, if you'd been able to go to China, I think that we would probably be we would probably be done by now and shipping the guitars. So, anyway.
Very possible. Very possible.
So, I'm trying to unpin myself.
Now,
how do I do that? So that puts me there and pin. There we go. Okay, we got us both back here together. So what's the next move?
Next move is on Tuesday, Gilad coming here, and together we're gonna look for problems, look for things that not exactly the way we want it. And we pray that it's a mistake that they did and not a mistake that we did or something that we didn't think of. Because if it's a mistake that comes from our side, we need to pay for the changing, and it's expensive.
Yeah.
If it's a mistake that they did, not following the blueprint exactly, then it's on their cost to change it. However, we need to look for the problems, and it's very normal for T1 to find problems and to get the guitars to T2, which will happen when will happen.
Yeah.
And we really hope in the soon future, but you know, you see, it's just, there's no way we can guarantee dates. After
T2 is the Plague guitars. Those will be the guitars that were ordered.
Yes or no? Yes, if it's there, without the polish, yeah, and without the last details, like the texture and stuff. But no, if it's not there, then we go to T3. But I guess on T2 or T3, we can do the plug guitar, and right after get the big shipment of the parts for the production. Yeah. By that time, meantime, I need to do a lot of homework. I need to figure out how the production line would be, how the assembling line will be, and I have a lot of I don't say work. It's not work for me, but many challenges I have here. Yeah, it's a new way of thinking on guitar making. It's just a new way of thinking on guitar making, and the results need to be like any maker will say, the results need to be perfect. Yeah. But so, I don't want to say anything, Gordon. I'm very careful. I cannot say. I've never been there. Nobody ever been there.
Yeah.
I cannot Google up assembling a modular guitar. So I have no source. Yeah, I have no source of homework. Yeah. But it's okay. You know, it's so somehow I understand what's going on here. And with Gilad and help of a lot of friends, I believe we will achieve it in a good timing.
I think I just lost your video.
Yes, because my battery is low, but I took the wait. So now it's okay.
Now it's good. We're good. Speaking of Gilad, I've had a couple of questions about Gilad. I don't think we've ever explained who Gilad is and what Gilad does. So why don't you give the backers a little bit of the history on Gilad?
Gilad is a brilliant individual. He is an engineer by nature. He studied in one of the finest institute in Israel. But even before he went to study there, he's really natural on mechanical stuff. And when I came back from United States 18 years ago, 17 years ago, home, I met with him and we started working on the very early prototype. And slowly, it's become like a weekly meeting, and sometimes twice a week, that we met late morning till the afternoon and sitting on the computer and designing the guitar. So is just he been all the process all the way along with it, except that one there. You see the wood one?
Yeah.
This one I made in Los Angeles, but all the others you see here, it's teamwork with Gilad. So, of course, and Gilad is an expert on plastic. That's why it began there. And he need to come here and just inspect everything, and he's much more professional, and he know the language of plastic. Yeah. I'm every time I sit with him on plastic subjects, I'm doing homework and I'm learning a lot.
Yeah. I know a lot of people see, I mean, I'm online all the time interacting with the backers. You're popping up every now and again. Nobody has yet met Gilad, but he is one of the major reasons that we're at this point. And
correct.
He's amazing.
Correct.
Really amazing.
Yeah, it's he always have this unique way of thinking, and he always come up with solutions that are very special, and at the same time he's very experimental. He's willing to take risk and to try, and we both understand that it's a prototype after prototype to reach the goal, and here we are. Now we're there, and I'm satisfied, and Gilad is very pleased. Yeah, I know he's very pleased.
Just brilliant. So, I think we're good here, right? There's nothing else we need to tell anybody about.
No, I think now I need to.
Yeah, tell us what's the next week or two is going to be for you.
I think the next 2 weeks, maybe 3, is just me doing a lot of thinking.
First of all, no, I'm going to tell you what the next 2 weeks are. Put Gordon's guitar together and send it to him.
No, I tell you, there's a small problem, Gordon. We have 11 parts. Wait. We have 11 parts here.
I'm going to start talking about you on the internet, Boaz, if I don't get my guitars.
Gordon, we have 11 parts for guitars, but we don't have 11 sets of the metal.
All right.
We have only 3 because I do an experiment on those guitars with a very tough metal to see how good it's going to hold. So I did not want to order a big quantity. I ordered only 3. When I finished those 3...
You might want to talk a little about that. That was pretty interesting. Do you want to talk about that yet?
Yeah, the guitar have a construction metal inside. And the construction metal is designed basically to hold the string tension. But we want it a little bit springy. And that's what we experiment on those ones, on those 3. If it's give a better results, to my opinion, then we continue with it. If it give lesser results, you don't want your white guitar to be with it.
This is true.
So instead of me, exactly. So instead of ordering now dozens and dozens of them, I just order 3 sets, and I'm doing this experiment because anyway, I need to experiment now the production line. And I might messed up with those 3, and that's okay. This is the they here to experiments. But on the next batch, which already here, there's 11 guitars here, but not 11 frames of metal. So we can have your guitar completed. Right now, the ivory guitar, it's not perfect in terms of the plastic, but I look at it today and I can go around it, and it will be very charming because it will be playable totally, but you could see that it's T-Zero. Yeah.
Yay. Yeah. I'll be very happy. But no, honestly, I'm not serious. You know, don't push yourself to put that one together, dude. Well, I know you wouldn't do that anyway, so.
Yeah. But now, you see those two metal knobs?
Yes.
Okay. Basically, it's what you see here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And those are special knobs that we made for a future tremolo system. Yeah.
Oh no.
Exactly. So there's no tremolo system, but in the future, you don't need to buy a new guitar to add a tremolo system. Mm-hmm. Your guitar will be accommodate to welcome a tremolo system, and you just need to connect it. Yeah.
You just broke your rule, Boaz. We're not supposed to.
I broke my rule, and I said there's no tremolo system, but I think people would feel very angry to know that their guitar that they bought will not fit a tremolo system. Yeah.
No, it will. Yeah. And you've had that in your mind, and the design is done and everything for quite a while now, right?
Exactly. And there's more surprises, which I'm not gonna break the rule on them. Yeah. There's more surprises.
It sounds good. So
this is, you know, the yeah.
Oh no, keep going.
The challenge that we face on this guitar is to think ahead of time, because we're not going to spend again 300,000 on molds. So we had to think ahead of time or all the future features, and that was a serious challenge to see how to allow those futures to achieve on the guitar without changing molds. Yeah. That's it.
I think we pretty much covered it. So I'm going to stop recording now. Don't go away. Recording. Let's see here. So tell me about the bridge. Or did you find it yet?
Yes, I found it. But I'm looking for one. Okay, look. I switch. Let's see. This is the old bridge, and under the camel, the foot is flat.
Yeah.
And this is the new bridge. Under the camel, it's a triangle.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
And the triangle give it the more the string pushing in, the more sturdy it is. When it's flat, we can have some buzzing, which of course I don't want. Don't want even to have a small chance that it will buzz.
Yeah.
So we create that, and that's not a simple issue, because to make a mold that will give you that, you need to have a draw opening, and that's made the mold very expensive. However, so far so good, and it's really a serious improvement to this beautiful bridge. Yeah. Yes.
So people talk about the camels all the time. And somebody asked me the question, that's the word that you came up with, right? There is no
there's no such a thing. I think it just, when you look at those, they look like camels.
They do.
Yeah. Somehow. So we call it the camels. but you can call it a bridge.
No. Camel
you
is.
can call it a comb because they look like a comb, you see, all together in a way.
I like camel better.
Yeah.
Several people have been discussing online like on the Guitologist page. I think I saw something that someone was talking about. May have been somewhere else, and they were talking about the how the camel worked on the bridge and how genius it was. And I'm thinking, I think you've created a brand new word, a brand new guitar part.
Yeah,
In
I
10
guess.
In 10 years, Stuart McDonald Stumac will be offering camels. You'll see. Awesome. So there's no other major changes that you've come up with since the last time we talked, right?
No major changes. Not on the bridge. We did that change. I had nightmares that somebody having a buzzing bridge, and it just we sit down on the drawing and we decide to go for a triangle. And we said, if it's going to be a problem, then we just put the mold in the garbage. But obviously, as it looked to me now, it's looked like it's very promising. I can literally feel that there's no any movement.
Yeah.
Because the more the string push it in, the more sturdy it is. Yeah. When here, you can have a small movement on that. Yeah. Because it's flat on flat. Yeah. So another changes. Yes, we have that part. Not nice to say the name, but this part. Yeah.
I think everybody knows what we call that now.
Yeah. On the yeah, the guitarist, sweet guy. I think he's the first one to discover it.
Who is this?
Yeah.
Sorry?
The guitarist. Yeah, the guitarist.
I think he was. I think he hinted at it, and then
Yeah.
That's Brad. We haven't talked to Brad.
He's very short.
Brad, if you see this, give me a call. Yeah. We need to talk. Definitely.
Exactly. So the change here, here you could see. Forget about the Boaz. The Boaz is just to experiment.
Yeah.
But you can see that the right here on it's angled. And for me, it was important that it's lined, that there is a line that showed the angle. And here we achieved that line. You see that line?
Oh, yeah.
It's a line that shows the metal is bended here. You look at the old one. You don't see the line really.
Yeah.
But here you see the line clear. And that's what's important to me.
It's actually very elegant looking. I like it.
Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, it's you can see the posts here, the red ones. Can you see them?
Yep.
Yeah, those are to hold the tuners to avoid to create a serious friction between the sleeves of the tuners and the tuner themselves, so the guitar don't lose tuning. There's a lot of force when you string a guitar, you create a lot of force on the sleeve. And because of the sleeve is high, and on the bottom of that height, there is the gear, you create a lot of friction between the gear and the worm. And that's a reason why some guitars lose a little bit of tuning if you leave it for a day or two. But here we have like, so to say, a support almost all the way up to the hole where you put the string in. And I'm telling you, on the prototype, I hardly tune it.
Well,
I hardly tune it.
You sent me the prototype all the way from Israel.
Exactly.
It arrived, and I pulled it out of the box, and I put my tuner on it, and it's. I mean, people will find this hard to believe. I think I adjusted the D string slightly.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And Gordon, most people when they ship a guitar overseas, they lose the strings, they lose the tension. They don't. And here there's no problem. Just send it tuned. Yeah, send it with full tension. So it's a benefit. Yeah, it's a benefit that we have on those guitars. But I took in consideration everything I could. Yeah, I took in consideration everything I could.
So that's a nice shot of your messy bench.
Yeah, this is I learned that from this Bezos, the guy from Amazon.
Oh, right.
That that he had the door as a table, and basically he said I can make few customers happy with the price of this table. So I took it as understanding that we have customers, we have backers, and it's more important than how my table looks, as long as it served me as a table.
Yeah, works for me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we're done here. I think we will get this edited and get it out to the backers and see what they think.
Yes, we're done. I'll go back to my thinking, and we're gonna do something again in I think in few weeks. Yeah, in few weeks when I could hopefully show something. Yeah.
Works for
the most difficult, the most challenging is the first one. The very first one I'm going to assemble here. This is going to be the most the challenging one, and then after that again working on the second one slowly and carefully, and then it will go faster and faster. So, but if you ask me, it's pointless to say.
Yeah.
It's a week, 2, 3, it's pointless. It's just pointless. Yeah.
Yeah, and some people they're finding it very hard to understand that. But I mean, we could sit here and say you can have your guitars by X point, but honestly, we can't say that you can have the guitars by a particular time. And we've been promised this and promised that, and all the promises have fallen through, mostly because of COVID, not for any other reason. And I know everybody's been really disappointed, and a lot of the accusations are coming back, like I was supposed to have my guitar 6 months ago. And so anyway, so that again is the reason why we're not saying when we're going to deliver, because we don't. When you hear us say we're going to deliver by a certain time, then you can probably reasonably put money on it, barring any natural disasters, etc., that we will be delivering on that day. Until then, we're just not going to say it. It just doesn't do anybody any good. It just makes people upset.
And more importantly, is we're not going to say because we ourselves don't know.
Yeah.
We just don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take me now, and I don't know it will take the mold master to do the changes. I just don't know how long the shipping and so on and so on. It's too. Administration here is a truly complicated administrations to people who do it. As people guess, we don't have workers. It's really on the shoulders of all of us.
Yeah. And how can I put this? Everything we're doing now is a learning process, particularly for you. I mean, like you said earlier on, there's no way to Google to find out any of this stuff. As far as, working the Kickstarter thing and figuring out who gets what and all that, we've never done that before, so that's going to be an interesting thing. Although, I've run large warehouses in the past, so I'm pretty good at organizing lots of information and figuring it out. Although it was not very obvious from those surveys we sent out. But I still blame that on Kickstarter, because that was about the worst survey program I've ever seen. But apart from that, we're working every day, literally every day, towards getting these things out, particularly Boaz and Gilad. Me, there is not that much to do at this point. I'll start getting really busy as soon as we start shipping. Then it becomes my baby. Then you can complain at me. Right now, all the complaints should go to Boaz. I'll give you his email address. Yeah. So cool. Anyway, so that's wonderful. This really is a moment for us, and we're just delighted that we've got there. And I hope everybody appreciates that, and appreciates just what this means to us and what it's ultimately going to mean to you. And you are going to get a guitar, and it is going to be incredible, and it is going to change the whole world of guitars. I was listening to a podcast, one of those guitar podcasts that was coming out of England, and they were talking about NAMM this year and how it didn't happen. The NAMM show, which is the big show that they have, which is basically a convention for people that are in the music industry in California. Of course, they didn't have it this year because of COVID, but they had a virtual one, and these people were talking, and they said one of the big disappointments is that we didn't see any news about the Boaz guitar. Whoa! People are actually beginning to hear about us. So I'm getting in touch with those guys and tell them that as soon as we know, we'll get them a guitar and they can start reviewing it. But not until you guys get yours. We're not sending anything out until the backers have their guitars. And my feeling is you guys are going to be our salespeople anyway, because as soon as you get it, you'll realize how great it is, and you'll call your best friend who is also a guitar player, because we all have best friends who are guitar players, and he will come over and go, oh my God, I have to have this. Or she will come over and say, oh my God, I have to have this. And that will keep us busy for a while, hopefully. So it's very important that you're happy, because if you're not happy, you could kill it dead on the spot. But you will be. You'll be totally happy. Anyway, I'm rambling on. I'm going to go edit this video, and Boaz is going to go start thinking about what he needs to do, and we'll talk to you soon. Nice to see you, as always, Boaz. And